Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I know the last video I made was my office bookshelf tour and I really enjoyed making that video. It was really cool. But today I'm here with the April wrap up and May TBR. I'll just get out of the way. I failed at the Naruto TBR game, but that's okay. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I only picked 4 cards last month and I only read 2 of those 4, but I really enjoyed the 2 that I read, and I still plan on reading those 2 books in the month of May because I'd really like to finish them. So I was supposed to read Jade City, These Violent Delights, obviously Stories from My Timeline, and You Had Me at Ola. Of the 4 I read These Violent Delights and obviously Stories from My Timeline. But like I said, I plan on finishing the other 2 books. Honestly, of all of these that I picked, I really enjoyed. Jade City is a little bit longer, and that's okay. I'm actually taking my time with it and I'm really enjoying it. And then I also got approved for my first book on NetGalley, The Mother of All, the 3rd book in the Women's War trilogy. So I'm gonna talk about it a little bit in my wrap up, but I really want to do a video about the Women's War series. I tried that, you know, when I first read the first book, and I didn't like how it came out, but I'm kind of seasoned now. You know, I've been doing this for a minute. Like, I'm coming up on my year booktube anniversary soon. So I think, you know, I'm just gonna let all the feelings of insecurity go and just do it because I really love that series. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right, so those 2 cards for the books that I did read were a book by a blogger and a genre hybrid. First, obviously Stories from My Timeline by Akilah Hughes. I loved it. I listened to it on audiobook. I would absolutely recommend listening to it that way. I gave that book 5 stars. So that is her, you know, memoir. It's very funny. One of my favorite stories that she talks about is her being in a spelling bee and what happens during that time and how she was very, very frustrated. Yeah, I really liked Akilah Hughes. Like I said, I would absolutely recommend. Follow her on Twitter, listen to this. I love her voice. Her voice sounds just like my friend Rochelle, so it's kind of nice. My friend Rochelle doesn't live here anymore, so you really miss her. I miss you, Rochelle, if you're watching. But yeah, I recommend. I gave it 5 stars. The next card that I picked was a genre hybrid, and I chose These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. So this is Romeo and Juliet / fantasy. It's really, really good. I would absolutely recommend this, and I gave it 4 stars. So you're following Roma and Juliet. They are the heirs to 2 different gangs in Shanghai, the Scarlet Gang and the White Flowers. And I think I already mentioned this as young adult. I really, really enjoyed it. Of the 2, I personally like Juliet the most. She was definitely my favorite character, and I loved her family. I really want to learn more about Kathleen. I'm hoping that we see more from Kathleen in the next book, and I have my thoughts and my theories about Rosalind, but I don't know if I'm going to be right about them. If you've read it, I don't know if you're going to be following where I'm going with this, but I don't know. Like, I liked them both. Rosalind has me a little bit, you know, side-eyeing some things. I also really, really liked Roma's friends, but I enjoyed the book. I would say though that there were a few things that were predictable to me. Although I didn't see the person who was orchestrating everything, I didn't think that that was going to be the person. I figured out pretty quickly who the monster villain or what the monster villain was going to be. So it's not like I didn't like it, but I was like, okay, that's kind of predictable. I saw that coming. And then of course the end, really liked. It's definitely setting it up that I want to read the next book, especially what happens with a secret being held to the next book. But it's like, okay, I kind of assumed, you know, what we were gonna find out. And I'm just wondering, is this going to end like Romeo and Juliet? How will this end? Will it be similar? Will it be a little bit different? I like that it's not totally like exactly like the play necessarily. Obviously it's a retelling, but in general, I really, really liked this book. And like I said, I really, really loved Juliet. The next thing I read was Something is Killing the Children, Volume 3. I decided that I wanted to read the first 2 volumes all over again because the issues within Volume 3 all became available on Hoopla. So it's not volume 3 So it's volume 3, but I read all the issues in it separately, if that makes sense. So I was like, okay, it's volume 3 basically. I've got issues like 11 through 15 or whatever. Let me just go ahead and read it. Really good. I like the illustrations. I like the drawings in this story. I like the story itself, honestly. The way that it ends, it definitely could set it up so we could read more, but I won't hate it if it ends either. I'd say I'd rate that about like a 3-star. But I think that the whole story behind there are monsters that exist. Children are the ones that see them, but there are also adults who can see them too. And there's a group of people who take them down. And I guess the one thing that I was a little bit confused on, but not really, was did he create the monster? Are monsters real only because you bring them to life based on your imagination? You know, that was the only thing I was kind of lost on, but in general, I really liked it. I would recommend that graphic novel for sure. And lastly, I read Mother of All by Jenna Glass. I gave that final book 5 stars. Like I said, I want to talk about it separately. I want to do a video about the series in general and why I recommend it and all that good stuff, but it was so good. I finished it in my car yesterday. So I know technically I finished it in May, but I started in April. I cried twice. The second time I was like this close to like producing a sob. Really had me messed up. Really had me messed up. That was such a good end to the series, in my opinion. I loved it. I couldn't recommend it enough. And I can't wait to talk more about it. But yeah, so that was April. I read what, four books? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I read 4 books. I'm happy with it. I had a lot of stuff going on in the month of April, especially towards the end. And I randomly was watching Teen Mom OG Reunion. I don't even really like Teen Mom like that. I haven't watched it since I was a teenager, but just something about the Macy Taylor versus Ryan and his wife and his parents thing was just, it had a grip on me. So I had to watch it, and you know, I'm not disappointed. So there you have it. That is the April wrap up. Now let's get into the May TBR. All right, so we're gonna do the Naruto TBR game. This is going to be ending soon. If you don't know, please go and watch Sarah's video. I'll link it down below so you can know like what's going on. I think if I remember correctly, it's going to end in June. You can obviously go back and do some of the other characters, but she is making another TBR game. I'm going to wait to see what the new TBR game is, but I am thinking about like maybe just going back and doing the other characters. I might want to just be Sasuke or be Naruto, because it's gonna change the dynamic of the game depending on the character you get. So we'll see. I might continue with this for the rest of the year and just choose different characters, or I might move on to her next TBR game. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, I'll link it down below. So I failed the month of April. I was supposed to choose cards based on the personality trait of Sakura. I ended up choosing 4. So we're gonna go to the failed part of things. You failed the Chunin exam finals. Find your player and carry your punishment over to the next month. Sakura, have a friend pick an additional book. Konoha Crush. As Orochimaru attacks the village, Team 7 is on their own. Gaara is taken away by his own team after he's injured. Sasuke follows. Sakura and Naruto are sent after Sasuke. Everyone in the stands during the finals is put under Genjutsu. Sakura frees herself and those around her. +1 card. Sakura and Naruto catch up to Sasuke, who is wounded, and Sakura gets to work tending to him. +1 card. Oh god. Sakura is pinned by Gaara and Naruto has to fight to free her. +2 cards. And let's go back one time, because remember, I have to have a friend pick an additional book. So I have 4 books again. All right, so it's time to pick the 4 cards. I don't know. I definitely could have a friend pick something for me, and maybe I'll do that after the fact. I don't know. I'm thinking, I feel so bad because I kind of want to just be like, let me just go ahead and have that book be a book I didn't finish from last month, but we'll see. Let's wait and see. Let's just pick a card first. All right, so the first card is going to be, oh Yay! So, nagato. Your choice, so I can choose whatever book I want to read. Look at me. The next one was that one. Ooh, Madara. A book with a gem, mineral, or rock in the title. Ooh, okay, all right. I think I might have something for this. Zabuza and Haku. A book set mostly or entirely outdoors. And then Obito. An Afro-futuristic book. All right. Oh wait, did I do that wrong? Alrighty, so I just realized I did something wrong here. I'm looking at my little list for the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge, and I think I did. I accidentally switched 2 books, so you're an idiot. Anyway, so you know how like I had pulled the card last month? That was like a book that has a heart, diamond, club, or spade on the cover, right? Yeah, that was supposed to be Gods of Jade and Shadow. And then the book with the gem, mineral, or rock in the title was supposed to be Jade City. So, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just switch those on over. So I'm going to now read Gods of Jade and Shadow for a book with a gem, mineral, rock in the title, which still technically works because Jade, but that was supposed to be the other way around. For a second, when I first pulled this, I was thinking, oh, I'll just read the second book in the series for Jade City, but I think I'd rather read something different because I'm still gonna finish Jade City this month, and I don't want to overwhelm myself with another like long book because the second book in the series is also, I think, like 500 pages. So Gods of Jade and Shadow. Okay, a book set mostly or entirely outdoors is The Good Luck Girls. I don't actually know what that is. I just wrote it down. I'm obviously looked it up on a list, so I'll try to put a picture up beside me somewhere, but that is the choice for that one. And an Afro-futuristic book is gonna be Black Leopard, Red Wolf. So I've owned that book for a long time. It's on my shelves in my living room, but I haven't picked it up. So yes, I will be reading that one for this challenge. And I'm gonna cheat a little, okay? So my choice, I'm going to choose to finish one of the 2 books from last month. So that way I can knock that card off from like the pile that's incomplete and, you know, get her done, you know? I really need to. So yeah, those are the 4 that I'm choosing. I'm not going to have a choice for what I want someone to pick for me. I think I might just like either have a friend or my husband do it. I haven't decided yet, but I think I'm going to choose that for later on. Obviously, I'm going to choose some other books to read in the meantime. But yeah, so technically I have 5 or 6 books that I'm supposed to read for the month of May, and I think I can do it. I'm almost done with Jade City. I didn't make any kind of dent on You Had Me at Hola, so that's my bad. So maybe that'll be that one. We'll see. But yes. I think I have a pretty good TBR for May. It's not too bad. I've got some adult fantasy on there. Got a romance. We'll see what the other guys are. And yeah, so there you have it. That's the wrap up and the TBR. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can, you know, when I get back into doing this a little bit more, because, you know, like I said, I kind of fell off in April, you will know, besides, you know, me posting about it on Instagram and Twitter. There you have it. So yeah, thank you so much and have a good day. Goodbye.